You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, man?
What's up? Another week 4 of the Dialed In Show. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. I'm a little tired, actually. I don't know why.
Well, you made it be a long weekend. That's what I'd say. We had a long weekend.
How did I make it be a long weekend?
With all your odd travel times at 3 o'clock in the morning, through at least my schedule all the way off my sleep schedule. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm still trying to recover from it. And I noticed something this morning and it really kind of irked me a little bit. These kids have no get up about them to get on these school buses. They was walking so slow. I said,
It's
"Oh my
morning
God."
time. They're probably cold. I mean, you ain't never had to get on a school bus. So how you gonna criticize the kids getting on a school bus and you don't even know what it's like?
I never got on a school bus, but I was always an early riser. Daddy used to always get mad at me because I would wake him up so early to take me to school. So I had energy in the mornings.
Did
It's
you?
just absolutely. Yeah.
You know what? Mommy said when we featured Eastside last week, we didn't even
Mhm.
mention that like we learned how to play because of dad.
Look, I got comments from some people who didn't know about Eastside Golf, and they thought that was our dad on the
Oh,
the
wow.
the sweatshirt,
He
the
would have
sweater,
really
whatever.
liked that. He would have said that's tight.
Yeah, yeah. But no, that's not him. Mm.
Well, we want to shout out this week our mom birthday. Happy birthday, mom.
Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday! On tomorrow is your birthday, Thursday, February
I was about to say you
22nd.
said tomorrow. That might not be when people watch this. Thank you for saying the day.
Oh yeah. Should be 57 or
She ain't want you to
I
tell her
think.
age.
It might be wrong. She might be 58 or 56. I don't know which one,
I
but I
think it's
think
57.
57.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
57.
57.
She might not
Look,
have wanted you to say her age though.
ain't no point in trying to hide your age. Life is a blessing, and so
No, life is
hey,
a
it
blessing,
is
but
what it
you
is.
just put her age out there. You could just say happy birthday, mom. We love you.
I don't get why it matters. And here's the other thing, like I said, is she not getting remarried, nothing like that? So why it matter?
What does married have to do with her age?
No, I'm saying how you might want to seem younger. What you trying to seem younger for?
You don't want to seem old either.
I think
Well,
it really don't matter.
when she watches this, I'll be even more on her good side. I'll just put it like that.
Oh, okay. I don't think it matters what your age is. It's how you act. If you act old, it don't matter if you young. People think you old because you act old. You might look old.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just see what she thinks after she watches this. So she'll probably have some
Okay,
choice words for you.
I'm ready.
You're always
But
ready.
yeah, happy birthday. Look, I'm so y'all, and the more y'all watch and listen to the Dialed In show, y'all know more about how me and Steven are. What I was about to say was, I just pray she make it till 60. That's what I was about to say. But either way, which that's true
Really?
though. That's true.
That's not a conversation for a podcast, sir. But thank you. Okay,
No, well, okay, but that's the thing. I
I get what you're
think that the
saying,
the
but come on.
Dialed In show is a real
No, I
conversation with
understand that.
us.
He said, "I hope she
Either
makes it
way,
to 60." Jesus
well,
Christ.
hey, dad didn't make it to 60, and so hopefully she makes it to 60. But y'all, thank you all for why you keep I'm y'all, I'm being so serious. He keep trying to be funny. I'm being dead serious. Well,
He had
no
to say
pun
all
intended.
that, but okay. All right. Happy birthday, mom. That was the point of us saying it and move on. Thank you to our
Thank you to
subscribers. Yes.
all of our YouTube subscribers. We hit 100 this week. I don't know if you noticed that.
I saw
100 subscribers on YouTube. Share it with your friends and family, but also thank you to everybody who is on the podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts,
Spotify.
Spotify,
Yeah.
and I think Google as well. Leave a review, follow us on the podcast platforms. We appreciate it. And like I said, people are actually listening. Do you listen to podcasts, Steven?
I'll be honest, no.
Yeah.
I tried. And sometimes when I hear one, like I'll hear some maybe like about like a murder mystery or something, it piques my interest for like 30 minutes and then I'm not consistent. Do you listen to
Yeah.
podcasts?
I'm same as you. I'm definitely not consistent. I would
Yeah.
have to be driving or or something like that. But if I'm just sitting at
Yeah.
home, no, I have to see stuff.
I listened to ours actually yesterday. I was just listening back. I was like, I
Oh,
didn't know we
really?
did that. Yeah.
But now I tell you this, and I don't know if I'm biased just because it's me and you. Listening to it, I think a week or two ago, I did go on Apple Podcasts and listen to it.
Yeah,
It
I want
was
to
cool. It
to
was
hear it.
cool to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. But normally, no, I don't really listen to a whole lot of podcasts. Not normally.
Okay. Well, so it is still Black History Month. Now I'm goofy. I'm not gonna lie. I laugh at a lot of things. It is Black History Month, but this video has been circulating recently. Now it's an interview from one of the civil rights activists talking about the sit-ins. We all know, especially the students in North Carolina, sitting in at the lunch counters because people with our skin complexion were not able to be served. But he did an interview, one of the members, and his reaction years later is just so funny to me. So I want y'all to hear it first because I don't want y'all to think I'm laughing at civil rights. That's not what I'm doing. But listen to what he said.
When I was finally served at that counter, I thought it was by far one of the lousiest meals I ever had, and asked myself the question, is this what I put my life on the line for?
His facial reaction. He said, "Is
Look,
this what I put my life on the line for?"
he said this meal was
He
lousy.
said it was the
That's funny.
lousiest meal. So what he was trying to say was it was unseasoned. Is what he was trying to say.
Yeah, and that's funny because, but to be real though, to be real, there are a lot of things that I think, and I remember when we both went to HBCUs, and so I'm sure you probably had conversations like this in some of your classes. But I remember having an African American experience class, and part of the conversation in it was that there were a lot of things we fought for to be in the same room as our uh, other brothers and sisters,
Mhm.
only to get in those rooms and realize
Not like him.
our rooms were better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I
Um,
mean, picture that. Think about it though, like in the context. Like they were getting cursed at, food thrown on, and all that stuff because they wanted, of course, equality. And then you finally get that meal. You're like, oh, why is so many people going to this place? And then you get the meal, and you like, this was not good.
this, he said the loudest meal he ever had in his life.
He said it was
He
by far the lousiest meal.
he was disappointed. He was disappointed.
I can picture
That's
you
funny.
having that reaction too. You would probably be like,
But and then I sometimes when we talk about things like this, I wonder, would I have participated in the
mm,
sit-in, or would I have participated in the boycott or
right.
whatever? Um,
I will go on the record
I-
and say I'm happy to be born in the generation I was born in. I'll just put it like that. Man.
so that means you wouldn't have participated.
A sit-in is a little different than like
They
the
got hit,
marches.
some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they were taught to
Yeah,
not react. That's the man. Can
yeah,
you imagine like
nonviolence.
can you imagine like well, I'm in a different generation than you, but our generation, like, man, so many people would man, no. Ugh.
Yeah, but even going back to like when I was in school, those conversations. I remember one day we were in class and our teacher was talking about how if there was a white person or couple walking down the sidewalk, black people, you had to step off the sidewalk and let
Yeah.
them keep walking. And ironically, how now we've been collecting shoes. It was a guy in my class who had just bought some new shoes, and he said, "You think I'm gonna step in some mud in these new shoes I just bought?" And our teacher said, well, I can't say exactly what he said, but basically he was saying, you not as big and bad as you think you are. You would have
Yeah.
stepped in that mud or
Yeah.
would have regretted it.
Man, it was a totally different time. I'll put it like that. Like I said, I'm
Yeah,
happy to be in the generation. And granted, we have our own like different types of stuff, but not that.
not
Not
like that.
no, no.
No.
So tell the people about your hoodie, man.
Yeah, so New Black Wall Street here in Stonecrest, Georgia. Many of you are probably familiar with the original Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the massacre that happened there. I don't know what year, in 1921. 1921, when that happened. There's a gentleman who is an entrepreneur here in Atlanta. He recreated a 2020 version of the New Black Wall Street, and it's open here in Stonecrest, Georgia. I think it's only open on the weekends. I think, but just go check out New Black Wall Street. Steven
It was
and
really
I,
cool.
yeah, we went. They have a lot of cool shops and places to eat, and they have a lot of events there. And I bought some black art, some or African art, a couple weeks ago. Me and
Ain't
Steven
that the
went
same
to.
thing? Ain't that the same thing?
Well, I mean, I don't know because I don't know. Technically, maybe not because
Well, I get what you're trying
all
to say. The
Africans might not
picture is
necessarily be black.
actually African. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah,
But it
but
was really cool. It has like a food court there, a lot of different shops, paintings, clothing, jewelry, just a lot of things. So it was really unique to see. Like, and they turned
yeah.
it used to be Target, so it's weird seeing it in that space now. Why you laugh?
It just I don't know. But yeah, so we supported Cookie Society the first week in
Yep.
Dallas, Texas. But aren't they somewhere else now too? Didn't you say
I
they
mean,
have
they
another
have
location?
multiple locations. Yeah.
Okay. And then Eastside Golf last week, and then New York. I mean, oh Lord, New Black, New Black Wall Street
How do you get it
this week.
wrong? New York.
So y'all, if you were ever in Atlanta, and then this is the other thing too. Now, Stonecrest isn't really in Atlanta, but if
Yeah.
you ever in Atlanta,
Not Atlanta.
go
And
maybe
Decatur is
about
Atlanta, but whatever.
go maybe about what
Argument
25
for
minutes east of Atlanta. But you're gonna hit on some traffic right around Panola and Wesley Chapel.
How
But
do you say Atlanta?
I don't say it like you be trying to say it. It's Atlanta.
How do I say it?
Go ahead, say it.
No, how do I say it?
Atlanta or something. You don't be putting it has a T in it.
Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta. I mean, it has a second T is what I'm trying to say.
You say Atlanta?
Atlanta. You say Atlanta.
Do you
It's not
say
Atlanta.
Atlanta different when you're around black people versus white people?
If I do, well, definitely not because of black or white people.
So you
do
just
I
say
think?
it how you say it.
Yeah. Now, do I think sometimes you might be talking fast? You might say Atlanta, and it might sound like you're not saying that second T. But I definitely don't say it like you say it.
You still didn't say how I say it.
You leave off the second T.
Atlanta.
You being a little more proper now. And I got a question for you as a reporter when we get later on, because I got a question for you.
You always have a question as a reporter. You be trying to get me in trouble. That's what you be trying to do.
No. This one is I just want to ask why y'all do something.
Why do we do what?
What's that? It's at the end of the show. It's when we talk about the inspiration part. So unless you want to talk about that now.
This will be you.
Okay. At the end of it, they said that they went and found the lady's former husband, so that means ex-husband, and talked to him about the lady. Why y'all do that? Why you go and talk to?
I wouldn't have done that. So we'll get to it when we get to it. I get what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, like, why you gonna go talk to her ex-husband?
Yeah, that was weird. All right, we'll give y'all context on that later. All right.
Yeah.
In politics.
Boom, 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 boom. This is the core of the Dowden show.
We got kind of back-to-back politics today, too. All right, so I'm sure you guys saw the testimony of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis in a case to see if she will be thrown off of the Donald Trump, basically, election case in Georgia. What did you think about her taking the stand? Did you think she was going to testify?
Okay, a couple things. One, just for those who might not know, Donald Trump has several cases pending against him across the country. Here in Atlanta, our district attorney, Fani Willis, she has this RICO case, meaning she was bringing him. I don't know if he's included in the 19 or it's him plus 19 people.
Mm-hmm.
Because of election fraud back when he was running for president second time. He called the Secretary of State wanting him to find votes. So it's a whole thing.
Right.
Did I think she was going to testify? So the way we got here is she hired a special prosecutor by the name of Mr. Wade And end up it came out because I was about to say his full name, but I'm like, I don't know, can I say his full name? But I guess we can.
Yeah, it's legal. What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to look. I'm being a little funny now. I'm not trying to emasculate a black man.
You quoting her?
Yeah. So I just say Mr. Wade.
Okay.
End up came out that her and Mr. Wade had a relationship that was more than platonic. Is that the right word? Platonic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
it was more than
yeah,
professional.
yeah. So Stephen asked, did I think she was going to testify? I think she did it in the Atlanta way, but she'll tell you she ain't from Atlanta.
Yeah, she definitely did it in that Atlanta way.
Yeah, she came in there because I think they thought, because initially they didn't think she was going to,
Right.
and she came in unannounced, unexpected. In fact, the lady asked her, "How did you know, like, that we was on?" And I think some of that was a little bit of a lie as to how she found out.
Yeah.
But hey, she did phenomenal in my opinion. She wasn't playing. Fani
She
Willis
held
don't
her
play about
own.
anything.
And what some people, I was talking to some people who watched it, and they were like, and granted, she is different than some lawyers, because some people were like, oh, she was very ghetto and she made herself look bad. But for people on the outside looking in, she acts like that in any case. Like,
All
that's
the
how she
time.
talks. That's how she
Wait,
operates.
whoa. Clarify. You're not saying she acts ghetto all the time. That's not what you're saying. I
No,
don't think.
no, I'm saying that was just her. That's how
Right.
she acts.
I just want to
But
make sure because you use the word ghetto. I ain't people get offended.
some people who saw it for the first time was like, oh man, she ghetto. And granted, I mean, she was defending herself and she was saying, I'm not on trial.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the judge is going to kick her off? I don't think so. I don't think you will.
Well, for one, she was definitely passionate when she first came out,
Oh,
because, and y'all should go back and watch it. I think what was really ticking her off was there were certain accusations of how she carried herself that were extremely insulting, especially to a woman. And so she was definitely passionate when she first came out. Even when she winked at the camera, like she came in there gangster for real.
She a pit
But
bull.
if I was Fani, I'd be scared for my life because she
already should be scared for her life. I mean, and we've talked about this. The thing is, when some people only heard about her now because of this Trump stuff, but she has taken down black people, white people. She don't care. Like,
yeah.
And I think that may help her in the long run, because it's not like, oh, she's just being political and trying to attack Trump. She got these rappers on cases. Like, she is
YSL.
She don't care who she prosecutes. And I think that may help her in a way. Now, yeah, she has tons of threats on her life. And now you got threats on your life from gangsters and
presidents.
Yeah.
Did you notice when we went to Papados the other day on the bridge, YSL was written all over it? Did you see that?
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah. But okay. Either way, the judge in this case, I think it's important to state this just because of the context of what's going on. It was a white man, the judge is. But he was extremely fair, in my opinion.
He was very fair. But his facial expressions a couple times,
he's
I know he's
tired
like,
of it.
man, why did I get picked?
Yeah. I think I'm used to, I'll say, us getting disappointed. So, be honest with you, I don't know. I think if he disqualified her, it wouldn't surprise me. But based on how he acted in the when they was doing all that stuff, I think they have not enough evidence to do it, because the whole thing is, did Fani Willis financially benefit from Mr. Wade working at the DA's office?
People
I don't think
are missing the core of the question is, did she financially benefit? Not did she have a relationship? Did she benefit from the relationship? And shoot, if you hear the testimony, heck, he benefited, not her. Like, as far as her saying, I paid for this trip, I paid for this trip. So,
but what throws it all out is Mr. Wade had more than one source of income.
Right.
The money from Fulton County wasn't his only income.
Right.
So when they
in
went on
her
these
eyes,
trips,
he wasn't a Fulton County employee. He was a special counsel, special prosecutor.
Yeah.
And she even said this, he wasn't her first choice. Like,
we
wouldn't even be talking about this if certain people who she asked, they didn't want to eat. Former Democratic governor of Georgia, Roy Barnes.
Look,
she asked him to do it.
I promise you, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it was Roy Barnes. I do not think she would have been having no relationship with Roy Barnes.
Okay, Roy Barnes is like 80.
That's
He,
my point.
he
Yeah,
was
so
the
I don't.
governor when I was in middle school.
So to your point, and to a lot of people's point, maybe she should have been more transparent about this relationship just
Yeah.
because that's just what she should have done. She
But
was,
she should have known the spotlight was on her.
yeah,
The spotlight is on you, and they're going to look for something. So, yes, she should have been more transparent. I don't think she'll get thrown off, but like you said, we be thinking things and the total
I'm gonna
opposite.
say something. I'm gonna say something a little controversial that a lot of our people aren't gonna like.
Oh, wow.
If I'm being honest, maybe just because we're on this shoe thing. When I saw him, I wanted a pair of them Donald Trump shoes. I ain't gonna lie to you. when I saw them, I was like, those actually look kind of cool. Those look now they $399, which is that's too much. That's way out of my budget.
You
But let's
thought the
talk
shoe
about
looked
it.
cool?
The more I saw initially when I first saw him walk out with him, no. But then the more I saw him, I'm like, those are kind of cool. But
I mean,
Donald,
get some gold high top.
how ironic though that they came out the day of or day after or whatever when
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York has this judgment against him where he has to
You
pay
need some money. You need
some
money.
odd $1 million.
You
Yeah.
selling up $400 pair of shoes. I mean, that's not gonna get you $300 million, but that's gonna help.
Now they
One
say he
man-
sold out, but I don't know how many he sold.
One man, he did an auction for a Donald Trump signed pair, and his winning bid was like $6,000.
Oh wow.
Trump
But, I mean,
signed the front of it.
I just would have thought it would have been a little bit more than that.
What?
A little bit more than 6,000.
Oh, so you said you liked the shoe. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. And I like collectible items.
Mhm.
Okay. And so I might have bought it just 50 years from now to be able to say I had them. I have them. And I probably never would have worn them. But that's just like if Donald Trump was standing next to me, like again, this me and Steven having a conversation. Y'all just listening in on it. I'd take a picture with the man. I don't like him or not.
I mean, Daddy would tell me you respect the position. You know, you're not obligated to respect the person, but you respect the position. So I mean, I get what you're saying. And some people
He's
might be
still
like,
president.
what the heck? Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The shoes are interesting. But yeah, the timing of it, like right when he got hit with that fine, the sentence, and then he shows up to a shoe con like, hey, I'm selling $400 shoes. You want some?
Do you think the appellate court is going to overturn that judgment in New York?
No. Nope. I don't think so.
And I know he would be barred from doing business in New York,
For
like
3
his
years?
name being on something for 3 years.
Yeah.
But I wonder what are the details in which how he would have to pay the money, or how long does he have to pay it?
Right. Because clearly he's not paying it all at once, and then also like that's what, man. When we see these huge settlements and things like that on TV, like it's sad because those people like never get it. Like even like regular cases, like where it may be like unless the city is paying it, like let's say a cop kills someone and that cop is told to owe such and such, like they don't have that. And so like you have these large judgments and then the person really doesn't get all that money, or it's like a payment plan where it's gonna be like $1 million a year for 50 years or something. Like that's not realistic.
Or he might find a way to file bankruptcy or something, and
definitely.
Like I don't have it. Yeah. Well, hey, if they cut the price in half and start selling some more, I'm not gonna lie, I might have to get me a pair of those.
You're gonna get them. Now, did you hear the joke? I mean, they are a sharp shoe design. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
But did you hear the joke?
History purposes.
Did you hear the joke of what some people were calling them?
No.
So like we have like Jordan 1s.
Mm-hmm.
Someone called them the January 6s.
But that's not funny. You're not gonna get me to participate in laughing at that. That's not funny.
The January 6th. I called them Trump Force Ones. And someone messaged me and was like, "Hey, January 6th." I said, "Oh wow, dang."
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if that's what they are
That's
becoming
not what
known
they're
as,
called. They're called I forgot. Didn't it in what I sent you? What it's called?
well, the brand is
Yeah,
Victory
no,
47.
Never Surrender High Tops.
Oh yeah. Oh, Victory 47. Oh, he's selling cologne too.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't want. Well, look, I can't. We got now. Like I keep saying, we're gonna
Well,
be
he
real. We
used
can't
to
be
sell
raw.
ties
I
and
don't want to
stuff.
smell like no old
You
Donald
don't know
Trump.
what the scent is.
Mm, mm,
You don't know what the scent is.
mm. Let's move on to sports. Talk about this man. When I looked at this, I said, "What? Why are we talking about this for sports?" But go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
Why are you hating on LeBron? We already had this conversation. So like I don't understand why like I put the topic in there and now you're like, "Oh, let's talk about LeBron." Like there are questions. Okay, at the All-Star weekend, he was asked. I mean, dude's been in the league for 20 years. He was asked,
Mm.
one, do you think you're gonna retire as a Laker? And two, are you thinking about retirement? And LeBron said he hopes to retire as a Laker. It's well reported. LeBron has been on multiple teams.
He ain't
Um,
loyal for nothing.
well, but the thing is, he won in Miami. He went back to his home, won in Cleveland. I mean, I get that. But he also started kind of a new era of now that's what multiple people do. It's not just him. So, yeah.
What happened? Okay, think about Kobe. He was a Laker for life.
Yeah, which is dope.
And I understand that it can't always work out that way, but I think for a superstar, it can. If you
Mhm.
LeBron could have easily
But you
stayed in
have to be
Miami
patient
if
because
he wanted to.
Kobe won, the first ones with Shaq. Then Shaq left, and then Kobe
Mm.
wasn't winning, and then he got some more people, and then he won again. So, it's about being patient. Yeah, but sometimes your patience, you don't never win. I mean, Charles Barkley didn't leave anywhere, and he ain't never won nothing. So it's just a matter of what your goal is. If your goal is to win, you're gonna do what you gotta do to win. Sometimes you might not be able to just stay at that place to win. My camera looks dark. I keep I keep
And we're not cutting that out.
I keep leaning. I'm like, can I brighten it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so 39-year-old James, who's four-time MVP, four-time champion, four-time Finals MVP.
Why are you hating
Um,
on this man?
no, I'm reading his record. He's when I looked at the article, he's only like 1,000 points away from surpassing Kareem
No, he already
Abdul-Jabbar's.
did that. He
Oh,
already
well,
did
this
that.
article is outdated
He's
then.
the all-time scoring leader. He passed Kareem.
Oh, well, this article is wrong.
Yeah, well,
Oh, this is from February 2023. Um, you sending me outdated information.
I sent you a February 2023 article.
Yeah.
He already passed
Um,
Kareem. He's the all-time
either
leading
way,
scorer.
and I just believe in why not? And I understand all the stuff about his son or whatever, but get out while you on top.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Like you have, well, in my opinion, I always say like you have nothing else to prove. That's why I said Nick Saban should have retired in 2 years, and he did. Just 'cause he has like, and I know Nick Saban and LeBron are two different people, but like if in my mind you have nothing else to prove, like now that he is the all-time leading scorer,
Yeah,
what else you got
well,
to prove?
yeah,
I mean, he wants more rings, of course.
he's not getting them.
Okay. I mean, I don't
He's
think so
not.
either. I don't think so either.
Even and at this point, I don't even think maybe they would. If I was another team, I would. He about to be. Well, he probably is 40 now. If that, how old is he? Um,
Let's see.
30. I wouldn't even want him. Mm-mm.
You don't want him.
No. And then why couldn't he at this point? You 39,
He's
40 years
39.
old. You 39 years old. You got this impeccable record. Somebody asks you the question, are you gonna retire a Laker? And you say hopefully. Why couldn't it just been yes? See, that's what I'm saying. I just don't think I like him I don't
Well,
dislike him
what's
as
he
a man
supposed
because
to
he's done
say?
phenomenal things. It's just
Oh, I did. I did send you an old article. But he was also asked about it again this week, this year. But man, yeah, no. I mean, I would leave while I'm on top. But I mean, because he said he wants to play with his son. Now, while that's cool, a cool thought. One, your son likely is not going to go to the team that you're at, and if you want to retire a Laker, the Lakers might not just draft him just because he's your son.
Right, because he might not be good enough.
Right. So, but I think only he can have that conversation with himself of when is the time to go. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm just not no huge LeBron fan.
That's your opinion. I mean, I love Kobe. I like LeBron. I told you I used to not like LeBron, but then when I looked at why I didn't like him, it was stupid. So, you give the man his flowers.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, well, now I don't know if I'm about to say he's the greatest of all time. Is he one of the greatest of all time? Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm not
definitely.
stupid. I'm not about to say he's
Well, good,
not.
because
I'm
some
just
people
saying
might not say that.
I
What you
don't
doing?
like I like a hangnail. It hurt. I don't I just don't like the way he does certain things. That's all.
Oh, okay.
We don't have any inspiration this week.
Did I pick something?
I don't see
Well, we
it.
got one more thing. So it was this was the thing we were talking about earlier. So a
Watch the
woman
video.
all right, watch the video.
The story of a Benton Harbor waitress who received a $10,000 tip on a $32 check.
Well, tonight, a sad footnote to that upbeat story. Earlier this week, waitress Lindsay Boyd was fired by her employers at the Mason Jar Cafe. George Mallet went up to Benton Harbor to find out what happened and joins us now with what he's learned. George.
Terry, Melissa, there are frankly more questions than answers emerging from this Mason jar mystery. There is a ton of spouting off on social media, but nobody's going on camera to talk about what happened.
When our Erica Jimenez visited the Mason Jar Cafe in Benton Harbor on Friday, there was every indication she was covering an unflagging feel-good story. After all, a customer who just attended a late friend's memorial service had chosen to leave a $10,000 tip to remember his friend. That anonymous customer asked his waitress, Lindsay Boyd, to share the windfall with her coworkers, which she did.
We're all super grateful for it. I've worked here 6 years and I've seen big tips, but I've never seen $10,000. So that was really kind and nice of him to do that.
That was Friday. Early this week, word broke on social media that Lindsay had been unceremoniously canned by the owners of the Mason Jar Cafe. Those social media posts alluded to a wave of toxicity among the wait staff in the wake of the outsized tip. WNDU was unable to confirm that alleged toxicity. I talked to co-owner Jamie Cousins off camera. She said she was limited in what she could say because this is a personnel matter. She did, however, confirm that she fired Lindsay Boyd. She was adamant, though, that the firing had absolutely nothing to do with the tip, nor, she said, did it have anything to do with what followed the tip. The flap doesn't appear to have hurt business at the Mason Jar Cafe. Late this morning, the parking lot was full and guests were inside waiting to be seated. I tracked down Lindsay Boyd, who emailed me late this morning, telling me she, quote, drove out of town this morning to spend time with family and get away. She went on to say it has been a pretty rough week.
Now, we also went out to Baroda, Michigan, and spoke with Lindsay's former husband, Nathan Huff, who describes Lindsay as a great mom who is very upset right now and just taking some time away.
Interesting follow. George Mallet in the studio with us tonight. George, thanks.
So a woman got a $10,000 tip, and she was told to divide it among all the staff, which she did. And then very shortly after, she was fired. And the thing is, news stations did stories on it, but no one knows exactly why she was fired. And that report said they talked to the manager and they said it had nothing to do with the tip. So I'm like, what did you do that was so bad that you get a $10,000 tip? You give every employee like, $1,000 or whatever. What did she do to get fired?
I think if I saw something correct, it said that that was their normal practice, that money that went into this tip jar, whatever, would be evenly divided. I think the owner wanted that particular tip to
But they
not
said she wasn't
be
fired
evenly
for
divided.
the tip. The person
That's
said
a
she wasn't
lie.
fired for the tip.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Why do you think
I
that's
don't
a lie?
believe that no more than I believe half don't believe some other stuff. That's a lie. Ain't no way. Why was she fired? And here's the question too: because they said it was co-owner. Were either of
Mm.
the owners there when all this happened? Did
Mm.
they get a cut of the tip?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So
So you
that's
saying the owner didn't get $1,000?
yeah. That's what it is.
Now the
That's what it
question.
is.
This is the question. Because I like picking on Micah. If you got a $10,000 tip, would you have split it up, or would you like, I'll just leave this job? It's okay.
I would have done this. I would put 5 in my pocket, and then I would have split the other half up with everybody else. Because this is my thing. This is why I don't think it's fair. I don't know the exact dynamics of that restaurant, but
Mhm. It's a
she's
very
the one
small
who
restaurant.
waited.
Right.
She the one
Right.
who waited on them.
But she just happened to be the lucky one, because they said the person who gave the tip, their friend just died, and they did it like in
Mhm.
honor of their friend. So I mean, someone was going to get it. I don't think it was based on performance. I just think someone was going to get it. She happened to be that person.
Well, I don't know that to be true. I just know I did a good job, and he handed me $10,000 and said, "Split this with your coworkers."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you didn't say split it evenly
I think they
or
did.
split.
I think they did.
Well,
I don't know.
fast forward into this part. The reporter says he went and talked to
Yeah,
her former husband.
I didn't understand that. Like,
I'm just like, where'd that come
I
from?
get
Why
you
you?
try to contact the person. Like, okay, yeah, if I was on the story, I'm trying to contact her. And I think if it wasn't him, it was another station. Like, they emailed her and she was like, "Oh, I'm going on vacation. Bye," or something. And but yeah, saying we can't, I would have just said we spoke to someone who knew her. Like, we reached
Yeah.
out to her ex-husband. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like,
And he even said like the city that the ex-husband was in.
yeah,
Like, I'm
that's
assuming it wasn't the
weird.
same city.
That was really
Yeah.
weird. Really
Yeah, that
weird.
ticked me off when I watched it. And
It
I
ticked
said,
you
I'm gonna
off.
ask Steven, why do reporters what that wasn't necessary.
But you have to remember, one, every reporter is different, and then two, smaller markets do some different things. But yeah, it was weird because I was like, and then the fact that you said we contacted her ex-husband. What does he have to do with the story? It said she's a good
Yeah.
person. Okay.
And I'm glad that it was positive report from the
Well, yeah.
ex-husband and not negative, because if it was negative and they actually reported that, then they being messy.
And he was like,
They
the
being very
ex-husband
messy.
said she stole from him. Like, oh wow.
But yeah, that's messed up that they fired her. I think they lying that saying that didn't have anything to do with the tip. Look. It's today. Well, and y'all, we kind of sometimes record this on Tuesdays. Is today the what you call it in South Carolina, or is that next week?
What, election day?
Yeah.
Next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Early voting starts, well, this week. I can't say today. Early voting starts in a lot of states today, this week.
Oh, okay.
Early voting
Okay.
starts in Tejas.
Yeah. So Nikki Haley is still hanging in there, and she'll quit next week.
Or sooner. She may drop out before this is posted.
She needs to go ahead and see through South Carolina.
You might as well now. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't get embarrassed, but you might as well. Like, now that it'd be weird to drop out 4 days before South Carolina when you were saying I'm in South, because typically candidates drop out because their money dries up. Her money's not drying up. She has some deep pocket donors. So might as well stay in it.
And our brown skinned brother said that he isn't how did he word it?
Who are you talking about?
Tim Scott.
Oh, like, who are you
said,
talking about?
He said that he isn't like against Nikki Haley. He's just supporting the next president of the United States. He's supporting America.
It's weird.
Man,
Gave him his job, but
Like
That's
they
why
say, he
I'm
doing all
changed.
this to be HUD secretary.
Bakari Seller said that.
Yeah, like, man,
I mean,
that's
I think
similar.
Trump should pick a woman, but I think he's on the short list for vice president.
I think he's on the short list. They just got him thinking that
No,
he's
I think he
not.
is on the short list. He's a Republican minority. I think he is.
That would be one of the saddest things to witness because
What?
him being Donald Trump's vice president. I'm talking about just as far as black people go. That would be so sad to witness. The reason I say is because the way Donald Trump treated a high status Mike Pence,
Mm-hmm.
how you think he's gonna treat Tim Scott? That no, he literally, without saying it, told them people to kill Mike Pence.
Yeah. Well,
He ain't gonna care a doggone about Tim Scott. Nah.
I guess we'll have to
How's the
wait.
weather in Texas?
It's going to be warm this week. Well, it's warming up, which is weird because I think meteorological spring starts March 1st. I think so. It's
If I'm
warming
not
up.
mistaken, it's supposed to be cold here this week. Oh well, next week get up to low 70s.
Yeah, I think we're getting up to 80.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's your kick of the week, young man?
here it is. Some blueberry Jordans.
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm. And really, I don't know if you say blueberry because I think blueberries are darker than this, but
It's more like Carolina Panthers.
I
That's the
guess
color.
the blue. I guess.
I'm going back to the 97s. I think this is actually
You got some new ones?
no. I think this is actually one of my
Oh,
favorite pairs. I think
oh yeah, the gold
the
ones.
gold.
Yeah.
I don't know why they look a little dull on camera, but they pop like really pop. I like
You
'em.
say you'll settle for that, so you don't have to get the Trump shoes.
That's what when you mentioned the Trump shoes, I laughed. I was like, I'm gonna hold up a gold shoe, but they're
Hey,
comfortable. I like them, but they really pop. They really pop
97s are great.
and expensive,
They cost more than Jordans.
right? Which I don't understand.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're really cool. Look at them. And I think, and I could be wrong on this, I think the material and stuff is different. And I think that might,
I mean, it's a totally different shoe.
yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah. Wow. Y'all, it's so unfortunate that you can't like go follow us on Instagram or Facebook or any of the social media platforms. Steven still doesn't want to set
Why are
that
you
stuff
putting
up
that
for
in my?
y'all.
Okay, we will. Next episode, there will be social media for the Dialed In Show. On the record,
I've
there
only
you
been
have it.
asking.
There you can do it too. You know, you're tech savvy
Well, but I mean, me
down there in
and
Atlanta.
me and our Dow Den fam have just been requesting it for about 2 weeks. So hopefully,
You gonna say the Dialed In fam have been requesting it? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I know what I want to do real quick. People have oh man, I wish I had thought about this before. People have been commenting on our videos on YouTube, and we encourage everybody to make comments. But I just want to respond to a couple that I think are interesting. I want to give you the opportunity to respond to. On episode 3, we spoke about this is catching Steven off guard.
Yeah, I'm
On
like, what are
episode
you talking
3,
about?
we spoke about the border, and someone left a comment and said, due to a comment that I said, but they said, I have to agree with Micah, Steven. Your reaction when talking about the border was strong. Interesting.
What?
Why was your reaction to the
Well,
border conversation so strong?
I live in a border state, so I do a border story maybe once a week. So I think I'm a bit more educated on it than some people. I don't think I was strong. I just think I was stating facts. What was so strong about it?
It just you definitely are pro border protection. I'll word it that way.
What? How did you get that out of me talking about the border? What are you
Go
talking
back and
about?
watch it. Go
I
back. Hey,
did.
look, and don't come for me. Just me. I'm
No,
reading
I'm
comments.
saying, I'm saying. What did I say? I didn't
It
say
just
anything that. I said there is a problem on the border. Do you not agree with that?
sure. Yeah. Look, I'm not. It was just the energy you gave off. It was passionate, and it was just like, oh, he's upset about this border
I
conversation.
wasn't upset. Whatever.
Check this one out. 6 days ago, someone said, remove the troubling, struggling, bumbling, crumbling, slumbering, mumbling, grumbling, fumbling, tumbling, puzzling, trembling, done nothing, weak, incompetent President Poopy Pants.
Oh wow, wow.
um,
I thought at first that
I'm,
was
a,
going to be like a Georgia something joke or something, and then
I'm,
wow,
I'm assuming they're talking about Joe Biden.
he's the current president.
Yeah.
We were joking at how Kamala Harris says Joe Biden. She says Joe Biden. Like don't say Joe. It's Joe Biden. So we just be saying Joe Biden in the newsroom.
Do you think that he's weak and incompetent?
No, I mean he has lost a touch. I mean that's evident.
He's
He's
lost a touch.
he's
What do you mean?
lost a step. Like as far as he's not what he used to be. Like that's just a fact.
Well, he's old.
He's not
Yeah.
even when I interviewed him 4 years ago. I mean, that was a different guy than right now. I mean, it's just facts are facts. He ain't lying. That's not taking a political side. You get older, you get older.
Yeah. Pineapple, mayo, and cheese. Did we talk about that last week?
I was in that lady's video. That one last week was I think
I got you. I got you. Because I'm
pineapple.
like,
It was
I don't.
pineapple cheese and mayo, I think.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, that's cool. I
We
saw.
can read some comments every week. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you didn't find an inspirational story for us,
Who?
you.
That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
if you had asked me to, I would have. It's
Mm-hmm.
just I thought you normally do it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
that was funny to me. I just wanted you to have the opportunity to respond to a direct comment.
Yeah. I don't think I was passionate. I mean, I just think I was spitting information. That's all. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all,
Let's wrap this
Steven
thing
is
on up.
Oh, okay. I was about to give you a plug, but it's all
What?
good.
What you about to say?
Nope. Nope.
What you about to say?
Nope. Y'all, I hope that y'all have a phenomenal week, and we will see you on next week for the Dialed In Show. And it is something that we do. I said this last week.
What?
I don't know. Oh, remember, we wear size 11.
Yep.
Please. At this point, I'm gonna say please.
Oh.
Somebody.
Well, where they gonna send it? They don't even know where to send it.
Send it to Rainbow Park Baptist Church in Decatur, Georgia, and they'll get it to us. Rainbow Park Baptist Church in Decatur, Georgia, Columbia Drive, Decatur, Georgia. Just look
He
it up on the
said they'll
internet.
get it to us. Wow.
And the only reason I'm saying I want somebody to do it is because I want us to do something to not fight over it, but like I want us to do something to decide who gets to keep it.
Oh, what are we gonna do to decide who keeps it?
I don't know. I want it to be something funny, like I don't know, not who can hold their breath the long, like I don't know, something like that, something kind of, I don't know, who wins the next game of pool gets to.
Yeah, someone didn't want to play last weekend.
It wasn't because I was scared at all, because I beat you the last time. It was just I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's all.
Right.
Y'all, make sure that you support Black businesses. Oh, and I got some Girl Scout cookies last week. So if you're gonna buy some Girl Scout cookies, buy it from a Black girl. But hey, it's Black History Month.
It's funny because I did a Girl Scout story yesterday. It's bad. This in Fort Worth, Texas, this Girl Scout had a table outside of Walmart, her and her mom, and a young man walked by and took their money, stole $450.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I bought some Girl Scout cookies from a Girl Scout yesterday. But you said buy from, oh my God. Wrap this thing on up.
You bought it from you
Wrap
bought it.
it up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. We will see y'all on next week. Thank you for watching or listening to episode 4. Y'all don't understand how proud I am of me and Steven. 4 weeks. This is a mom. This makes a mom. Oh wow.
Yeah. Is this our last Black History?
No. Well, wait.
Oh, so
No,
we
it
gotta
can't be.
profile another Black business next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the business?
I don't. I thought you
Okay.
did. Yeah, so we'll figure that out. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure. Hey, if y'all know of a Black business you want us to support, put it down in the comments. But and that don't mean we're gonna pick it. But we might. No, because it's today. Tell people up front. Because I don't want anybody to get mad. You didn't pick my business. So we might not.
Right.
Yeah, let's go because my throat getting scratchy. Say bye to the people so we can hang up.
Bye, people.
Bye, Dialed In fam. We hope to see y'all. I was about to say in church on Sunday.
You gave them a nickname. It's the Dialed In fam.
Yeah,
Like
y'all are
fam.
Yeah, or like how Beyonce's fans are called the Hive, the Beehive. Maybe y'all can be called
the Dialers.
Yeah, maybe Dialers.
Or Dialers. Or
Look,
maybe put in the comments what you think.
Yeah, give us some suggestions, or maybe we can.
I'm gonna say the Dialers. The Dialers or the
Dialers or the Dialed In fan, or the what you about to say?
I see you can't say the phones.
No. But yeah, y'all put in the chat what you think we should call y'all, the Dialed In fam or the Dialers. And I'll lean more toward Dialed In fam. I guess he likes the Dialers. So we'll see what y'all suggest it should be. And maybe that just gave me an idea. If not next month, maybe the month after that, maybe once a month or so, we'll let some of y'all actually dial in and participate in the conversation a little bit. I think that might be cool. Let's go ahead and get off. We just been rambling.
You just rambling. I don't know what you doing.
I see you got on the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young. You said he did good or bad at
Tricky Trae? He lost by 1 shot in the 3-point contest. 1 shot. Yeah. No, I like this Hawk shirt. The back is cool. I don't feel like getting up to show you, but the back is cool. It's a big peach on the back.
Oh, you bought that here?
Online. I think. I don't know. You sleepy. Bye, people. Bye, Dialers.
All right. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.